Good evening, I'm Tom Casperson. I'm the state senator for the 38th Senate District, which is 13 of the 15 UP counties. I'm here tonight to support this project and ask for your support. I'm asking that you follow the support or what you're hearing from the people. I just want to share with you, some of you may know it already, but some might not. There are letters that I know were given to the EPA from the Senate Majority Leader's office. It was signed by a supermajority of senators from the state of Michigan. There was also a letter signed by the Speaker of the House, which was signed by a supermajority of the House members from the state of Michigan. You just heard from the administration, and I think there's plenty of other letters from our local officials from the state on down, all in support of this project. So clearly, we have the support of the people to move forward on this thing. And so,
I ask that we have respectful meetings, and we need to actually allow folks to make their comments. Otherwise, not everyone will be able to speak tonight. So please respect all of the speakers.
Thank you. Because the elected officials do have to answer to the people, and it's coming up in November. And at the end of the day, I've been traveling the Upper Peninsula and talking to many groups, not quite as big as this one, but a lot of groups. And there has been enormous support for this project. We want to see this move forward. I would ask also for a balance, and I didn't see it tonight, so I'm asking for it now. And the balance is the alternative routes that you mentioned. You looked at the difference in the wetlands and the equations that came out, and it moved fast enough. I couldn't get the numbers quick enough, but I'm sure it could be figured out. We put a price on wetlands because the other alternative routes were more expensive to build versus the other one for the savings of, I think, 7 to 8 acres of wetlands between the first and the second one. So if you take the difference, that'll give you a price of what we're saying a wetlands is worth, an acre of wetlands. So you have that. I would like to see us also balance out the air quality that was mentioned with the trucks traveling back and forth. Whenever we're dealing with, say, a power plant, air quality becomes the most important thing on the planet. That's fine. Then let's add that into this equation and let's take a look at how much the air quality is going to be affected by this, just to simply get a balance. And I don't tell you that it's going to be an equal wash, but I think you need to have the balance. You need to share that information with the public so they could make an informed decision. We didn't see that. I think the cost, air quality is important, and we heard a gentleman talk about the safety going around through Marquette. There's a cost to that too. And I think all those things need to be weighed in. And one thing I want to leave you with is Michigan is unique. I think there's only 2 states that have this relationship. And that's where the DEQ takes the lead in Michigan. So if the DEQ ultimately permits this project, I would hope that the EPA would stay with that and support that decision as they have for many other issues that the DEQ has come down with throughout the state of Michigan for many years. So please take all those things into consideration. Please approve this project. We need the jobs. Thank you.
For 7 years.
Marquette, am I pronouncing that right?
Thank you for having the meeting here. A lot of the concerns have already been addressed by the prior speakers. I come here from the 110th District, Matt Hookey. And so with that, I want to give the support from the 110th District. And I appreciate you putting that into the permanent record. Thank you.
Jim Mawaniki, Engineer Manager, Marquette County Road Commission. We are the applicant. Just some clarification of some of the things in the question and answer period. Marquette County is about 23% wetlands total in the county. We are proposing a wetland mitigation to mitigate for the 26 acres of wetland. It's approximately 2.5 square miles attached to the south end of the McCormick Tract. There's about 640 high-quality wetlands that will be preserved, acres of wetland being preserved, 930 acres of upland for a total of about 1,570 acres, which is over a 20 to 1 total. We believe that public safety will be increased. We have gone through a public process at the Road Commission to determine this is best for the public here in Marquette County, and we would request that the EPA respect that public process as part of their process in moving on. And we believe that County Road 595 is the best, most practical, least damaging alternative looked at, and the Red Road, County Road 510, is not practical and does not meet the project purpose. Thank you.
Good evening. I have to bring this down a little bit. Thank you for coming here to Marquette County and doing this. I am Debbie Pello, the Marquette County Board Chairperson, and I have these comments to make. Marquette County Board has supported this for a long time. We supported it when it was the Woodland Road. We still support this as the 595 road. It's my understanding that the new mitigation that is being proposed is about 25-1 in acreage. I think that would be acceptable to the EPA as their new mitigation plan. Stream crossings, I understand it's about 26 on the 595 road and somewhere around 30 on any of the other proposals. We support this for emergency services, economic development, including the timber industry that really wants this badly, recreation development. I have a petition here tonight that was signed many years ago by almost 1,000 people that were opposed to using 550 and 510. Opening a road up in the western end of Marquette County that's going to be paid for by a private industry is really important to the western end of Marquette County. That's a district that I represent. And alternative 2 and 3 are longer and they're more costly. So please take those into consideration. Thank you.
I'm going to bring it back up to my level. Thank you for this opportunity tonight. Really appreciate you folks being here to hear everyone on this subject. My name is Dave Hall. I'm the Vice Chair of the Marquette County Road Commission Board. And just a couple of things I wanted to touch on. We've heard tonight several times about the safety. Being on the Marquette County Road Commission Board, one of our primary functions in the 6 years I've been on that board is safety. And when you look at the routes that we're talking about here, obviously the shortest route is going to mean less accidents. I think that's definitely one of the safest routes that we could have. It is the safest route. And also there's been many discussions about access by police, ambulance, and fire. Up in that area especially. That area is very closed off to access as far as those three things are concerned. So this route would certainly open it up to better access for police, ambulance, and fire people. Also, in regards to Senator Casperson mentioned a minute ago about fuel emissions. And that's something I think that you really need to take a look at too in regards to those routes. Obviously, the longer routes means you're going to be burning more fuel. And so that's something that needs to be addressed, I believe, as well. Once again, I want to thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate the opportunity.
Scott Urbish, Paul Arsenault, Mike Quayle, and Russ Williams.
Thank you very much. Scott Urbish, Marquette County Administrator. As was already said by the chairperson, the Marquette County Board has taken a very progressive role in participating in the hearing process for the mine and for this road, and they continue to have that support for the mine. But I'd like to add, which has already been talked about, was a little bit of the emergency response part, maybe throwing out a little bit of timings here. With 595, the ability to provide broader mutual aid is improved. For example, with the road, Champion, Humboldt, and Ishpeming townships can respond in approximately 30 to 35 minutes. Without the road, the next closest really is Marquette, which is quite a run for them to go out there. With addition to the safety aspect with hospitals, with County Road 595, it's approximately 46-minute connection for MGH and about 60 minutes to Bell. With County Road 595, Bell is approximately 35 minutes away, which clearly adds a lot of safety aspects that should be considered in addition to just the safety of getting the trucks off the main thoroughfares. Thank you very much.
Good evening, I'm Paul Arsenault. I'm a member of the Marquette County Commission as well. I don't think I can really add a lot to any of the comments that were made this evening, with maybe one exception. With the 26 stream crossings, I wonder, how many times are those streams being crossed now by recreational vehicles, people hunting, fishing, traveling up there, and generally recreating and destroying a lot of the streams because there is not a crossing area that could be used by all people. That'd be a safe crossing. And it's something maybe that you should consider now, the damage that may be being done along that the 595 route, which I support. In addition to that, it was mentioned a little bit about the economy. To put that north-south corridor there will provide access for many of the other people that, the loggers, the people that recreate. It will open up that area for the townships to provide some development of recreational properties, and access there will help the western end of Marquette County. I realize you don't look at the economy there, but this road and the jobs and the opening of the Humboldt Mill is critical to the western end of Marquette County. And so I support that, along with probably 95% of the people that I talk with in my area in the western end support that 595. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Michael P. Quayle, and I'm a lifelong resident of the city of Marquette and one of 9 commissioners serving Marquette County. I also want to make it clear that I am not a member of any organization that would have a vested interest in this matter. I simply represent the citizens of Marquette County. I don't envy your job in this matter. As I see it, you're going to be damned if you do and damned if you don't regarding this haul road for Rio Tinto here in Marquette County. Your job, as I see it, is to make a professional decision based upon long-standing law and not bow to pressure placed on you by individuals on either side of the argument. Some individuals have trivialized the possible negative effects of this mine road, from the expense to the county to its effect on wildlife, water quality, and generations' long-standing tradition of hunting and fishing in this area. But this isn't just another ordinary road, and your decisions will have a long-term impact for Marquette County. As you know, Rio Tinto initially applied for a mine hauling road connecting the Eagle Mine with Humboldt Mill, then called the Woodland Road. It became apparent to the company that regulatory agencies, both at the state and federal level, would likely have objections to this road being constructed as planned, and they would have to file for a Clean Water Act permit. Your agency has made objections to the proposed road and suggested alternate hauling routes be seriously considered. This, in my eyes, is a reasonable suggestion. It seems like Rio Tinto wanted the county to apply for road permit, and if you do this, it would set a dangerous precedent where companies can pressure local governments to apply for their permits in order to evade import regulations. This concerns me as a former law enforcement officer, as I have spent my career trying to uphold the law. I think due to time, I'm going to have to get to the end here. If I feel Rio Tinto should completely be responsible for applying for a mine hauling road or railroad plan and bear the entire cost. Regardless if there were a public benefit or not, the county does not have the resources to spend getting a mine hauling road permitted and maintained. Again, it is my hope this decision will be made in accordance with the law and not based on political pressure. Thank you for your time and consideration, and good luck with making the best decision regarding this matter. Thank you.
Hello, Russ Williams. I'm the chairman of the Marquette County Road Commission, and a lot of time and effort went into this. And I think safety is one of the biggest factors we have to consider here. I drive that every morning and afternoon to go to work and home, and that is the busiest corridor in the UP, I believe. And the number of school children, both the city of Negaunee and the city of Ishpeming have schools on both sides of that highway, and there's buses crossing there all day long. And adding that many trucks to that corridor today does have a devastating impact on the safety for my children and for everyone else's children. Thank you.
Michael Lovelace, Dan Ryan, Randy Garrard, and Fred Stonehouse.
Good evening, my name is Michael Lovelace. I'm the Marquette County Sheriff, and I'm here to speak in support of the proposed County Road 595. I can see the following operational impacts to the Marquette County Sheriff's Office should this road become a reality. First and foremost would be the effective and efficient response to any incidents, accidents, forest fires, floods, other emergencies, or natural disasters in the remote northwestern portions of the county that we previously did not possess. Currently, we respond via 2-track roads with front-wheel drive patrol cars, 4-wheel drive vehicles, trucks, ATVs, or a dirt bike, or on foot by deputies and our search and rescue volunteer team. During the winter, we would respond via snowmobiles on the state-maintained snowmobile trail in order to get anywhere, as the seasonal roads are not plowed during the winter. Less time in a rescue sled being towed by an ATV on a rough 2-track road or on a trail by a snowmobile in winter, and more time spent in a rescue sled towed by a snowmobile, more time in an ambulance on paved roads saves lives. I can't emphasize that enough, because that is one long haul back there in the woods. And if you're in that rescue sled, it's not fun. I remember a few years ago that we had a plane crash back in Ishpeming Township by the old Marquette County Airport. The only access was on foot by deputies and the search and rescue team. Obviously, a paved road in this area of the county not only would enhance our service to the people we're sworn to protect and serve, but fuel, other operating costs, deputies' working hours, overtime, wear and tear on patrol vehicles would be greatly reduced. The second enhancement deals with the elimination of heavy haul truck traffic that would exist on County Roads 510, 550, US 41, 28 through the cities of Marquette, Ishpeming, and Negaunee if this road were constructed. And I can tell you right now, in this county, just between the state police and my office, we are down 30 officers since 2008. And Ishpeming and Negaunee have fewer also. We just don't have the cops out there. So if you're going to run these trucks through the cities, it's going to be a nightmare, not just maintaining public safety, but traffic congestion, personal injury, and fatal accidents. Thank you.
My name is Don Ryan. I'm a resident of the city of Marquette. I'm also a member of the Marquette City Commission, but I'm not here formally representing the commission tonight. In fact, the next speaker is, although we both share the same view. The commission has adopted a resolution in support of the proposed County Road 595, and we'll be submitting a detailed brief. I fully support the city's resolution, and the reason I'm here tonight is to tell you why. The dictionary in my word processing program defines the word environment as follows: all the external factors influencing the life and activities of people, plants, and animals. I would ask the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality to consider that definition when they determine the future of the County Road 595 project. You represent an agency which covers many areas of interest, but those here tonight apparently represent only one: water quality. Consider these environmental quality issues: the matter of public safety for literally thousands of people who will be sharing the roads every day with the trucks carrying over to the mill. On the currently available route, these trucks will travel on roads carrying the largest amount of traffic throughout the most heavily populated portion of our region. On County Road 595, they would encounter very little public traffic. Consider the environmental fact that without County Road 595, the trucks will be forced to travel nearly 3 times the distance, burning 3 times the fuel, and creating 3 times the environmental pollution. Consider the environmental issue for hundreds of people who will be living on the routes where these trucks will be traveling if County Road 595 is not available. In addition to safety, there are real quality of life issues for these people. Some have suggested other alternative routes, including some that would remove the traffic from the city of Marquette. could be the answer, but we don't believe this is an adequate solution. The bottom line really is public safety, and that doesn't just apply in the city. This is a matter of concern for our neighbors as well. Wetlands can be replaced, and it was kind of interesting to hear tonight that based on what you said, we're talking about perhaps 1% of the wetlands in that area. There are some outstanding wetland mitigation projects throughout this region, including the Ned River, the Republic Mine Wetlands Reserve, and a great little work in progress at Presque Isle and Marquette. Human lives cannot be replaced. The opportunity for serious traffic accidents is greatly increased without County Road 595. For some, this issue has been entwined with the issue of the mine itself. Those who oppose the mine oppose the road, but for the reasons above, I believe this is an unfortunate course of action. The mine has been permitted. Those permits have been upheld in court. Hundreds of people are working on development of the mine. The question now is, how will the ore be transported from the mine to the plant? I would urge the EPA and DEQ to come out down on the side of common sense and public safety, provide the permits necessary to allow this project to move forward.
Fred Stonehouse, and certainly welcome to Marquette. Very glad you're here. I am the city commissioner in the city of Marquette, and as Commissioner Ryan indicated, I guess I am delivering rather the official city response. Of course, as a city commissioner, I am sworn to protect the health and safety of our residents, and having literally 100 mine haul trucks running through the city every day, our most populated areas, certainly is not doing that. The city has made a formal submission to the agency by email today. Also, you've been provided with hard copies. I would request that that submission be read into the official record. The submission addresses a host of issues and concerns and numerous points of federal law and regulation that are too numerous to speak of now. But that said, there are some key points that I think are worth recapping. It should be noted that under the county road proposal, if 595 is approved, the city would not be a direct party to any proposed segment of the 595 transportation routes, including logging and timber operations, mining operations, transportation, and export of final products. But if approved, the city will receive no direct benefit from any of the segment of the plan. The city is heartened by the 7 years of intensive planning, attention, and resources that have been committed by federal, state, county, and private businesses interests toward the development of the principal route options. If the plan is not approved, unfortunately a similar level of effort has not been undertaken for any alternative and would in effect be starting from scratch. At this time, there are no City of Marquette plans for expanding local infrastructure to support increased heavy truck traffic. The route under consideration would create substantial negative social impacts as well as drastically undermine decades of transitional economic development and tens of millions of dollars of investments supporting Marquette's current economy. It cannot be overstated that the city lacks the resources necessary to mitigate all environmental traffic safety and environmental justice issues for any alternative route plan. No funding has been identified at the federal or state levels that mitigate local government risks, and no other projects, i.e. federal or state plans, that would create a heavy truck traffic highway bypass or ring highway have been identified that would otherwise mitigate the impacts upon the city. No private sector interests have provided written plans, assurances, or funding commitments to assist in any compliance or mitigation requirements associated with the business mandates. Thank you for your time.
The opportunity tonight. My name is Randy Girard, G-I-R-A-R-D, resident of Marquette. However, I'm here tonight in my capacity as manager of Marquette Charter Township to speak on behalf of the township to provide for you the feelings that the township has already expressed in multiple communications to the Road Commission that I believe have been submitted previously with their application process. The Township Board has provided that written correspondence in response to the DEQ as well as the EPA applications for the Woodland Road and for County Road 595. The Township Board has publicly discussed matters pertinent to the proposed County Road 595 at several regularly scheduled meetings. The Township Board fully supports the regional economic development and employment creation aspects of the varied industries working in the proposed service area. The Township Board has previously and consistently acted to support efforts of various involved participants to require regulatory departments at the state and federal level to fully respond to the questions and issues that have been raised. We continue that. In 2007, the Township Planning Commission developed and the Township Board adopted a comprehensive road facilities plan that addressed the then known and projected future issues associated with routing of commercial transportation operations related to forestry, mining, aggregate, and general commercial cargo. This plan envisioned a dedicated route west of the congested areas of the business corridor, including the City of Marquette, Marquette Township, Ishpeming, Negaunee, and the townships to the west. Much of the township's concern rested specifically with the impacts of mixing expanding heavy commercial truck traffic with expanding personal vehicle traffic in highly congested areas on the roadways, such as County Road 510, 550, and other routes to US 41, such as Wright Street, County Road 492. The proposed routing of County Road 595 is consistent with the objectives of the Township Road Facilities Plan with apparent minimal adverse impact to other jurisdictions. From these standpoints, Marquette Township remains in support of the proposed routing of County Road 595 and the Road Commission DEQ and EPA permit applications. Thank you for this opportunity. We believe that they meet the requirements.
Joseph DeRocha, Dura Wilson, Alvar Mackey, William Lutz Zoll,
Joseph DeRocha, 1746 Fish Lake Road, Humboldt Township. I'm here today speaking as Supervisor of Humboldt Township. I'd like to read a letter and comments to the EPA and MDEQ for the record tonight. Because of the imminent threat to the public health, safety, and welfare of the residents of Humboldt Township living on County Road FX, commonly known as the Wolf Lake Road, the Humboldt Township Board and Humboldt Township Planning Commission adopted an ordinance number 01-12, the Humboldt Township Road Limit Ordinance, which became effective on August 12, 2012. The Humboldt Township Board specifically designated County Road FY, the truck route, to be utilized in section 4.04A, the alternative segment 1, County Road FY, pages 50 of 252 of the Marquette County Road Commission application to the DEQ, and endorse this proposal for County Road 595 in Humboldt Township. On February 13, 2012, the Humboldt Township Board reaffirmed the County Road FY would be designated as the only truck route connecting the County Road 595 with US Highway 41 in Humboldt Township. Due to the blatant and flagrant disregard of these permitting agencies and their lack of consideration for public health, safety, and welfare, the Humboldt Township Board was forced to enact this ordinance, 01-12, known as the Humboldt Township Weight Limit Ordinance. Said ordinance mandates a 10-ton weight limit on County Road FX. The ordinance and provision authorizing we further have taken inherently in the ordinance a provision authorizing in perpetuity the unlimited and unrestricted weight of County Road FY, known as the truck route. This is supported with Michigan Vehicle Code section 726 of Act 300, Public Acts of 1949. Marquette County Road Commission investigated and determined the County Road FY, the existing corridor, would be the preferred route. Humboldt Township Road Limit Ordinance supports this route, making it the only truck route now available. Based on the figure of wetlands that impacted on County Road FY versus FX, a difference of only 0.8 acres. That's 174 by 200. This patch of ground is hardly not large enough to meet the Marquette County Health Department minimal requirements for a septic system.
Thank you.
As
sir.
a,
Time's up.